Hey there, welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Musa Jallo, and in today's video, I'm gonna be reacting to another video from Let's Prop In, and the video is entitled Inside 27,750,000 Ultra Modern Home in Steyn City Luxury Home Tour. Let's Prop In. Steyn City is an area in Johannesburg. I don't know if it's like a full city because I don't know if you have a city in the city, but I think it is an estate. 27 million rand is about 1.5 million dollars, which is a lot of money. It's crazy to think about, but let's see what can that buy you in South Africa, like 1.5 million dollars, So with no further delay, let's get into the reaction.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Let's Prop In.
Man, like all this for 1.5 million dollars, God, please give me money, What? Oh my, this is like really so good though. Okay, like just from seeing this exterior, I kind of feel like it's worth it though. Like, I'm not saying it's cheap, 1.5 million, that's a lot of money, but I'm comparing this thing to, in my head, because I live in Norway, right? I'm comparing to like houses in Oslo, You cannot get this one for like close to what? 1.5 million for this in Oslo? Hell no. It's not gonna be anything close, like you should think like maybe like 5 times that price, This is crazy, man.
If it's your first time here, I go with the name of Steyn. What we do on the show is that we explore and showcase beautiful properties in and around South Africa. Today, it's a very special day. You guys asked, we're delivering finally in Johannesburg. Not quite Johannesburg, but just to the north of Johannesburg. Today, we're in Steyn City.
So Steyn City might be a city, I thought it was like just an estate in Johannesburg, but it seems like it's a little bit outside of Johannesburg, That's not bad, actually.
For those of you that know Steyn City, it's between Fourways and Lanseria. It's an area which is becoming quite popular in the northern side of Johannesburg. Steyn City is one of the largest private estates in the country. Quite unique space. First phase development is complete. It's about to embark on the second phase of development. Today we find ourselves at one of the homes in Steyn City, a magnificent masterpiece. Architecturally, it is sublime. It is over 700 meters of building area, 1,002.
I don't get this about real estate agents, like I feel like always the few that need to use a lot of big words, and I feel like sometimes like make like the listener get distracted from the message, because like I don't get it, just speak normally, man.
Meter squared of land size. It is sublime in terms of architecturally. I'm sure you can see behind me, architecturally, you can see the design is quite sleek, simplistic, ultra modern. I think that's one thing you'll notice about Steyn City. The houses are ultra modern, and in Steyn City, there's a specific template or guideline in terms of architecturally what you can do with your homes. So this home is in the guidelines of that, and you'll see in terms of the colors that we use, the grays, whites, and all of that. If you're not subscribed, please go subscribe. Things are getting weird now because you're here again, so please do go subscribe. Anyways, guys, let's get on this tour. Let's go. Right, as you walk into the driveway, the home is quite elevated, so the driveway is quite steep. But as you drive in, you'll notice it's a 4-car garage, and you'll notice it's quite a nicely solid landscape here.
I don't mind the solid landscape for me, because like I feel like it's much more easier to maintain than like you using like turf, or you using like maybe garden or stones, grass. I mean like grass or stones. So for me, I don't mind this. For me, this is actually the best.
As you drive in, 2-car garage, and as you guys have seen, the exterior or the facade of the house is quite unique. You have this architectural style, quite modern, quite elegant. You have the north and south side protruding from the recessed main structure. It's quite interesting, and I really find this quite interesting, the tree, how it's integrated into the driveway. And one thing you'll find about homes in Steyn City is that there's an integration between the exterior and interior, and an integration between the interior environment and the outdoor ecosystem. I think that's a nice synergy between everything. Like, there's even a lizard walking behind you guys. It's part of it. So as you see, as you walk in here, if you parked outside, you walk in here. It's a nice stairway. There's LED lighting here, so at night, this area does become quite special. And I think personally, this might be my favorite part, this atrium courtyard type of place. How you have the whole garden area here, and also on the top there you also have almost like a rooftop.
That is like, I feel like it is a nice touch, but in a way it might be blocking like a bit of a light from coming into the house. But I feel like sometimes if you want shade, then it's like something really good to have, you know. But like some people like gardening, you know, like it make them the free relax and like not stress. So maybe that's a good thing. But for me, I would have maybe like love to have like a pony or something, you know.
An area. I really like this area. It's quite refreshing. I think when you open the door, you feel the breeze come through, and this area almost comes alive. There's also lighting here, so at night, it's alive. You feel it. You feel it coming alive. I think it's about time we go in. As you walk into the house, you're greeted with this amazing space. It's large, it has presence. I think the double floor or double volume ceiling gives the space such a...
Man, like this house is nice now. Like this is like really, really so nice. It look a bit narrow down here, but I feel like it is still really so nice, you know.
An overall impressive feel. Like I feel calm in this space. And obviously, as soon as you go in, you're greeted with this three-sided gas fireplace. Quite nice, quite architecturally pleasing. And as I said in the introduction, there's over 700 square meters of building area.
700 square meters, you know. That's a lot. I feel like South African, like when they are building like mansions, they don't hold back on the size, you know. Like 700 square meters. Damn, that's really big, you know. I don't know. For me personally, I feel like house should not be more than like 300-400, you know, on the highest end, you know. No matter how many kids you have, no matter how many children you have, you know, 700-800 is good, you know. But people normally afford to buy a house like this. They don't have a lot of kids, you know. They probably have 1-2, you know, max.
Yeah. So in terms of where to start, I don't know where to start, but let's start with the TV room area. As you walk in here, you'll notice that there is wooden floors in this room, quite nicely sized. And one thing about also this place you'll notice is that every room is somehow connected to the outside area. You have access to the outside area, whether that's a view, a floor to ceiling view, or that's an actual exit outside, a sliding door. But I like how open this room feels. I mean, you can't, there's no really separation between the outside area and the inside area. Like I'm touching a tree from inside the room. So it gives you the type of energy and the type of vibe that they're trying to give with this whole place. So this is the TV room area, but really you can turn to whatever you really want to make with that room. And I like how this is quite cool, the lighting that comes in from this floor to ceiling window, glass window, from the entrance to this corridor here. And here is one of the bedrooms.
Is that carpet I'm seeing on the floor?
The bedrooms, if you look around, show you the bedrooms later, but when you look at the bedrooms, the difference between the bedroom and other types of rooms is the carpet.
Oh my god, like you don't put carpet in a house that costs like 1.5 million, you know, like are you on crack or something, you know? Like I feel like that's not good, you know, like oh my god. Like I don't know why I'm even mad, you know, like I'm buying this house. But if I was buying, you have to change the carpet, you know, give me a hardwood floor, you know. 1.5 you should get like a hardwood floor, you know, like that is like no, it's not even up for negotiation, you know, like carpets, no.
And obviously all the bedrooms are en suite, and the carpet's quite nice. It gives sort of a more of a homely feel to the rooms. Quite nice, quite thick. It's quite a luxurious carpet, I must say. So it's quite nice. Also, nice thing about the carpet is that it drowns out any noise, ambient noise. So it's quite nice. So even with these windows, all of the windows are double glazed. So in terms of the sound insulation, you really feel like you're at home here, and it's quiet. And as I've said, with the other rooms, you have access to the outside area, and all the way around it's hedged with the green belt, which is quite nice to have that feel of still being connected to the outside environment. So coming this side, you have a powder room here. So with automatic lighting, I'm sure you guys saw that. Automatic lighting, quite nice, simple, clean fixtures and toilet. And this is, you could use this as a bedroom, could use this as a study area, quite flexible. But this is quite a nice room to be an open.
I like this room that is like close to the street, like sometimes it's like really just cool to sit outside by the window and then like look on the street and see what's happening. I like it, actually, but like that is close to the bedroom also. I know it kind of like sucks for privacy sometimes, but I like it.
Open view to the whole of the Steyn city. Quite nice. You have a glass covered balcony, so you don't have something covering your view. You're maximizing the view, so that's quite nice. And in all your rooms, you have aluminium windows and aluminium sliding doors, which is quite nice. I really like aluminium doors and door frames. It's quite sleek and sophisticated. So this is this side of the house. So moving, I think we should go to the top. Let's go to the top. So this is quite impressive. This staircase is quite nice. Floating staircase. You have the treads which are floating, and they are combined with this structural steel spine, which takes it to the top, and it's covered with these hard glass, see-through glass on the sides, which makes it seem see-through and floating.
It's actually really good for safety to have the glass railing on the side, but it would have looked so much nicer if it wasn't gonna have the railing, But it's good for safety,
Quite interesting design. Wooden floors continue upstairs, and here is the bridge that connects both the wings of the house. This bridge connects both this side's bedrooms to this side's bedroom. So coming this side, and this area here really captures the whole house. You see the entertainment patio area, and you see the driveway area. Quite a nice area to have a view. And the light that comes in this area is quite nice. This is one of the bedrooms. Carpet, floor, ensuite, bathroom, and openness to, because we're on the second floor right now. And another thing with quite the strict design principles that they have in Steyn City is that houses aren't allowed to be higher than 2 floors. So this is the second floor.
That is actually good, to not build so high. That's one thing, I like it, I don't really like it about Norway, because Norway, they don't build high. And also so you don't have that big city view sometimes, of the skyscrapers and all this building, But it's good sometimes in a residential area,
Still quite nice. You have access to the outside area, quite a fresh room. You have a nice breeze that comes through here. Obviously, with the storage, you have lots of storage. Lots of storage in this room. Of course, soft clothes. We love soft clothes in this channel. And the bathrooms are quite similar, quite sleek, nice sleek finishes, and tiled on the sides. I really like this tile here, how it's grooved. Has a nice texture to it. Really nice to feel. So going to the next bedroom, the bedrooms are quite similar, I must say.
I don't know, like
This
the
is
house is really nice, but I'm not really feeling the views, I'm not into views, but I've been reacting to a lot of videos from Cape Town, and like Cape Town, the views are crazy, like they have the ocean, they have the, I don't know, Table Mountain, and then they have the downtown view, so it's like, have a really nice views. But this area right there in Steyn City, I'm not really seeing views.
This is the other bedroom. This one, I guess the difference would be it has a nice open channeled window opening at the top just to bring a little bit of fresh air and a little bit of lighting, natural lighting. And I like how this one has access to a balcony, a wraparound balcony, but this room connects to the next room through the balcony, which is quite nice. And as I was saying, this is the next room, which also has access to this balcony. So the rooms in this house are quite nicely generous in size, quite nicely sized. You can fit a double bed, triple bed, king size bed if you wanted to, all en suite, quite nice. Similar, I must say they're all quite similar in terms of the bathroom design, floating vanity.
Actually, this I don't mind it. I don't mind you having things that are similar. Like some people, they don't like it. They want everything to be bespoke. But like if you're building like this, can like really reduce the cost of building. Like if you make things to be like similar. So right now, instead of you buying like one vanity, you can buy like 5 of them, and you get a discount. So it's like it's really smart to like have things similar.
In cupboard space, really nice, and the towel rack is quite nice. I really like that towel rack. Coming back, I hope you guys are still following where we are, because it is a large house. It is confusing, I won't lie, but once you get a hang of it, it makes sense. Coming back onto this bridge, now we're going to the other side of the house, the other bedrooms, and this is where the master bedroom is. As you walk in, you're greeted with this abundant amount of storage
Like,
here.
who need clothes for all that? Like, oh my god. I feel like all the clothes I have in my name, it can like go in this stool from here all the way up, or probably even less than that, if I pack them properly, like there's like so much space,
It's not quite a walk-in closet, but it is a walk-in closet of some sort.
It is a walk-in closet, my friend. Look how big it is,
You have lots of storage for anything you want. I don't think you'll ever complain about storage in this room.
Nope.
Nice shelving, cupboardry. Going into the bathroom, just so I don't forget, this is a nice study area inside the master bedroom, and all the mirrors in the bathrooms are LED lit, which is quite impressive. Walking into the master ensuite bedroom bathroom. It's quite nice. I really like the design here, especially the shower. This has to be the largest shower head.
I feel like every real estate agent that I see, they always be like, oh, this have to be like the largest shower head I've seen. Like, you will not believe how many times I've heard that, But this bathroom is pretty big, like actually. It's
that
really
I've
so
ever seen
big.
in my life. I think it's the size of a pizza box. It's massive. It's also quite impressive. I think if you're showering, the water should cover your whole body. The water should actually cover your whole body. I mean, this thing is massive, a proper rainwater shower head. And this is quite different to the other bathrooms. It's tiled both sides with a white grooved or molded tile. Then here you have the sleek finish of a more darker color. Quite interesting design, and obviously you get a Gerberit outlet at the bottom, quite sleek. It's not ugly to look at, if that makes sense. For lack of a better word, it's seamless. That's what I was trying to say, it's seamless. So,
Oh my god. It's not ugly, it's okay, it's okay to say it's not ugly,
a large bathroom, you have this standalone bath right here, nicely colored white, and obviously these obscure windows for outside access, also giving you a little bit of privacy. His and hers basin here, quite low, I must say, quite low, but I really like the colors that they used in this whole home. Quite nice colors, dark and earthy. And coming into the main bedroom area, this is massive. I think the space here is more than generous.
That is crazy, man. Like, this is like so big, you know. This house is like
It's
so
amazing.
big.
You have views from two sides because of the floor to ceiling sliding doors that open all the way. Just like how it meets on the corner. And I mean, it's quite calm here. I can feel it's a warm summer day, and it's quite calm. You hear the birds chirping. You feel the fresh air. It's quite nice. Also carpeted, and you have access to both.
Man, like this carpet thing is really annoying me, you know. Like, why would you put carpet in this house, you know? Like, why? Carpet, if it's not taken care of properly, they smell, they're difficult to clean, they'll make the place look cheap. I don't know. So you should never use carpet, you know. Like, use like a hardwood floor or tiles, you know. Much better.
Both those balconies which meet in the middle and it's decked out quite nicely. And similar to the earlier room which I showed you guys, is that you have window covering on your balcony, which acts in a way which is quite invincible. So it gives you an impression of that you have infinite space, which is quite nice. And also what I'll show you guys now is that this area here is just above the patio. It has louvers which open up, which I'll show you guys downstairs. This is the outside area, quite large, quite nice. As you can see above us, you have louvers which do open and close. So in the winter months, you can open it for excess heat. And this is quite nice for entertainers, having people around and having a nice vibe, as you can put soft furniture in the middle there. You can put lots of furniture and it will be protected because of the louvers covering the furniture. And here you have a bright area. And for our international viewers, it's a barbecue, I guess. Quite a nice barbecue, bright area. Mustn't get used to saying barbecue. Area, quite nice gas. And this is quite a lovely area. You have the pool, 12 by 4 meter, full length swimming pool. And here you have the access to the outdoor area. And throughout this whole home, you have this design of this short wall, which is quite nice, fencing, I mean, which is quite nice because it's from the outside, you have to be looking at it straight on to really see what's going on inside. So you have a good privacy in terms of using this type of design for walling. And around the pool, it's decked out quite nicely. As you move over this side, you have a sunken seating place for maybe afternoon or late.
That would have been nice to have a jacuzzi there, you know, like, you know. Or maybe like a fire pit, you know.
Late afternoon chats of the view which you have from this kitchen is quite nice.
It's actually a really nice kitchen, you know. It's big, spacious. There's a lot of storage, I'm saying, you know. And like, oh, thank God for Jesus, they have like an induction instead of like a burner, you know. I don't like burner for food, and I feel like it's not safe actually, but yeah. But this is like so much better, you know.
You have a view from everywhere else. So if if you're entertaining people in the outside area, you have a view of them, which is quite nice. I think that's quite important in terms of trying to interact with people and having that whole family interaction. It's quite nice, and you have your built-in oven here. And here if you guys come through here, you have a nice pantry area. Also another area to put in maybe your fridge or something. So this is a pantry area, quite a nice area. Actually, there's a lot of storage in this pantry. It's quite good to store your non-perishables and extra goods and foods, and storing away maybe snacks away from the kids. And this is where you put, if you have an extra fridge, this is where you put your extra fridge. Then going out into this if you have staff that are staying on the property, this is where your staff would stay. It's quite a nice, impressive room to be in.
Man, the staff quarter look like its own house, you know. This house I feel like is really really so nice, you know. Like this Steyn is like it seems like a really nice neighborhood, you know. But I don't know how far it is from like maybe like downtown Johannesburg, you know. I don't know how far it's from like the businesses. So I don't really know, you know, because like you know real estate is like it's not so much about the house you built, it's like the location that really matters when it comes to real estate, you know. So I don't really know the location, right? But I feel like this house would have like fit in like perfectly in somewhere like Cambe, you know, or like in Cape Town, you know. So I don't know, but it is a really nice house, you know. For 1.5 million, if it's like in a good neighborhood that is not far from the downtown and like work and stuff like that, I feel like it might be worth it for people who have the money to buy it, you know. But thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you remember to like and comment down below. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.